Good afternoon, the Media News. My name is Tajuddin Amodu. With 4 days to the governorship and House of Assembly elections across the country, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has directed the Sokoto State Resident Electoral Commission, Dr. Nura Ali, to stay away from the commission. The directive is contained in a letter signed by the Secretary to the Commission, Rose Oriaran Anthony, and addressed to the Sokoto State Government. It will be recalled that INEC Chairman Professor Mahmoud Yakubu recently in a meeting with State Reg vowed to deal with any official of the Commission who contributed to the shortcomings of the presidential election. The Administrative Secretary is directed to take full charge of INEC Sokoto State Office with immediate effect. The letter further directed her to liaise with the Supervisory National Commissioner, Professor Mahmoud Sani Keita, for further clarification when necessary. In the meantime, the People's Democratic Party, PDP members besieged the Independent National Electoral Commission headquarters in Abuja in further protest of the outcome of last presidential election, which the party standard bearer, Atiku Abubakar, and his Labour Party counterpart, Peter Obi, claimed to have won. The Electoral Commission had declared the All Progressives Congress candidate, Bola Tinubu, the winner of the election after scoring a total of 8,794,726 votes, but the PDP and Labour Party denied the results and vowed to challenge it in court. Leading the protest march, which was attended by the national chairman of the party, Iyocha Ayu, Sokoto State Governor Aminu Tambuwa, and his Taraba State counterpart, Darius Ishaku, and other chieftains, Atiku rejected the declaration of former Lagos State Governor Tinubu as the president-elect, vowed that the protest will continue indefinitely. Osun State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke has pledged the rest of his administration to set the feet of the state on the roadmap to greatness through science, technology, and innovation. Governor Adeleke made this known at the grand finale of the implementation of Technology, Innovation, and Digital Economy agenda put together by the State Ministry of Innovation, Science, and Technology. Said Adiboje has more on the story.
The program was put up as part of activities marking Governor Ademola Adeleke's 100 days in office. It had in attendance technocrats, accounting officers of state ministries, agencies, and parastatals. In his speech, Governor Ademola Adeleke noted that Osun State is the first to domesticate the federal government's science and innovation policies, a decision he said will take the state to a greater height. Governor Adeleke explained that the health innovation policy is a lofty idea that will be sustained, just as he noted that his administration has launched the Osun Google mapping that will ease threats and improve the state's economy. Expressing concern at the low level of internet coverage and network in the state, the governor said that he is ready to flag off the fiber optic network laying to allow maximum usage of the internet.
We are aligning with the global digital movement. This is the new reality of our existence. Technology rules our lives. After the COVID pandemic, technology assumed even more frontal roles. I am determined to place Osun State in the frontline position. Osun must be on a global digital map.
Earlier, the coordinating director, Ministry of Science, Innovation and Technology, Mr. Jimoh Adekilekun, explained that science and technology plays a vital role in the modern-day economic development, hence the resolve to ensuring that Osun State benefited from it. He appreciated Governor Adeleke for keying into the science, innovation, technology, saying that the state stands to benefit from the various policies.
The ministry felt very, very grateful to you for making ICT and other related aspects of it to be relevant in the celebration of your 100 days in office.
Speaker after speaker including the representative of the Federal Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, Mr. Lateef Ajiboye, and Mr. Yakubu Musa, explained that the policies will create conducive environment for business transaction, improve health care delivery, and qualitative education. For OSBC News, this is Saeed Adevoje reporting.
A former Deputy National Chairman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Olabode George, has condemned the reported threat against voters of Igbo extraction in Lagos. Speaking at a press conference in Lagos, George expressed displeasure at the audacity displayed by those behind these threats. This was as he urged citizens of the state to go out and vote in the governorship election on Saturday, pointing out that adequate security will be provided for them. He alleged that there are grand designs to provoke the peace-loving Nigerians whose resolve is to effect change through the ballot box on Saturday, as threats are being issued against voters suspected to be willing to vote against incumbency. He called on INEC to ensure the use of transformational BVAS regime for the transparency of the exercise, a departure from a situation where result sheets were moved manually from polling units. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps said it is ready for the governorship and state houses of assembly polls, noting that violence-prone areas during the presidential election have been discovered and will be addressed. The presidential and national assembly elections were held nationwide on 25th February, but they were allegedly marred by violence in some parts of the country. The situation reportedly led to loss of lives and disruption of the voting process in many areas. In some areas, the INEC postponed elections until the next day over violence. The INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, stated that some bimodal voter accreditation system machines were snatched from electoral officials in Katsina, Delta, among other states. The spokesperson for the NSCDC, Olushola Odumoshu, gave assurance that the March 11 elections will be violence-free, as voters were urged to come out en masse to vote. In the meantime, the Federal High Court in Kano, presided over by Justice Mohammed Yunusa, has granted bail in the sum of 500 million naira to the majority leader of the House of Representatives, Alhaji Ali-Hassan Doguwa, who was charged with culpable homicide, illegal possession of firearms, and breach of public peace. The judge ordered that Doguwa must get 2 sureties. The bail followed an application by Doguwa's lawyer, Nuran Jimoh, SCN, who told the court that his client was presumed to be innocent pursuant to the provision of Section 35, Subsection 6 of the Constitution. Justice Yunusa, who granted the application, said the sureties shall be first-class emir and senior officer in the civil service. The court also ordered Doguwa to drop his passport with court registry pending the conclusion of his trial. The lawmaker was restrained from going to his constituency for the March 11 gubernatorial and state House of Assembly elections. Recall that Doguwa was detained by the police last week and taken before a chief magistrate court presided over by Ibrahim Mansour, who ordered that he should be remanded in the prison custody. And now to sport. Football-loving Nigerians have slammed the Flying Eagles following their lethargic display against the Gambia in the Under-20 African Cup of Nations semi-final clash at the Cairo Stadium, Egypt. Adama Bojang scored the winner for the Junior Scorpions 7 minutes after he raced onto a defense-splitting pass from Ibrahima Singatek. Despite trailing by the Hilly goal, Ladamboso's team dominated possession but lacked the brilliance in midfield to create chances and score. Forwards Ibrahim Mohammed, Samson Lawa, Aliru, Saki, and Francis Abubakar all failed to get their strikes on target, while substitute and Belgium-based forward Ahmed Abdullahi, who won a penalty in the 9 minutes of the game, watched agonisingly as his spot kick hit the left post and rebounded into play in the 85th minute. Gambia's goalkeeper Ebu Damfa, who was adjudged the man of the match for his brilliant display in goal for the Junior Scorpions, is yet to concede a goal in the tournament after 5 games. The Flying Eagles recorded 21 shots in the encounter, 4 on target, while Gambia had 3 shots and scored from one of the 2 shots they had on target. And on the foreign scene, Brazil's Justice Minister asked federal police to investigate report that ex-president Jair Bolsonaro tried to illegally import jewelry worth $3.2 US gifted by Saudi Arabia as tax officials probe the second percent of jewels. The far-right former president had faced mounting questions over the jewels since newspaper Estado de Sao Paulo reported that custom officers blocked an aid to his former mines and energy minister, Bento Albuquerque, from bringing them into Brazil without paying the required import duty after an official trip in October 2021. According to reports, Bolsonaro administration officials intervened at least 8 times to try to convince custom officers to release the diamond jewel, a necklace, a ring, a watch, and a pair of earrings from Swiss luxury house Chopard that had been given to the president's wife. Bolsonaro denies wrongdoing. The scandal depended when Brazil's tax agency said it had opened its own investigation over reports that Albuquerque delegation entered the country with a second, previously undetected set of jewels, also a gift from the Saudi government. And that was the media news on OSBC television. It was edited by Babatunde Bolajitu. Join us at 3 for the state news. Good afternoon.